Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, introduce. My name is Tegar Arianda from the Serbia faculty majoring in Islamic religious education B. IAIN Syekh Abdurrahman Sidi, Bangka Belitung. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Dear Mr. Firdaus, as a lecturer in English courses and my dear friends, praise of Allah to praise to the Almighty Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Because of His blessing, we are able to attend this. Secondly, my feast upon the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who has guided us from the darkness into the brightness. In this occasion, I would like to give a little speech about the pros and cons LGBT in Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen, what is the proof that LGBT abnormalities are genetic? From the time of the kingdom colonialists until the early 20th century, there has never been written in historical reference a king is sexually attracted to his warlords. It was only in the 20th century that communication and information media developed very rapidly without adequate selectivity as result sexual disorders that are considered by traditional society to be taboo and appropriate shall be spread can now be disseminated in detail by information and communication media and access by millions of people in various parts of the world. Thus, an idea began to emerge to image such deviant behavior due to misperfection. Deviant behavior is considered a trend that must be followed. Example, in the United started a large number of homosexual mass marriage are opposed by the mass media. Ladies and gentlemen, so why people aggress with LGBT? Here are some opinion. The priest is justice for marriage. Refusing a person right to marry someone he loves will cause discrimination if it continues for a long time. New social gap will arise. The second is heredity. Having children is not the sole purpose of marriage. If indeed this is the only goal, then couples who are barren or don't want to have children should also not be allowed to get married. On the other hand, by not having children, biologically gay couples can adopt disadvantaged children. This will also reduce the amount of population density in Indonesia. The third is children's intelligence. A study conducted by the University Melbourne in 2014 showed that children raised by gay couples had about 16 higher performance than clear raised by heterosexual couples. Even in America, a journalist named Ezra Klein said that we sold apple to gay couples to adopt children. The fourth is psychological health. By banning same-sex marriage, the rate psychological illness has also increased, according to research by researchers from UCLA San Francisco State University and the University of Massachusetts at Amherst. Gay couples who are not allowed to get married will tend to experience higher stress than other couples. The five is religion. Religious institution may refuse to marry a gay couple if they wish, but they do not have the right to dictate the law of marriage in society in general. Because in essence, the state of Indonesia is not a state of religion, but an independent state. Therefore, the highest sovereign agency is in the hands of people. But some people refuse LGBT growing in Indonesia. Here are some opinion. The first is democracy. Free, as long as human beings are not free to do something that goes far beyond the limits of humanity. Sometimes that violates his nature as human being, like LGBT. The second is for environment for kill development. A child needs a mother who is close emotionally, understand and know what they need, including good advice. A child, especially a girl, needs a father to guide and protect him from early sexual activity and early pregnancy. Some sex couples may not be able to perfectly replace the role of father and mother because the some sex tends to have the same instinct but of fathers or mother. The level of loyalty of GLBT fire is very low. The LGBT is always looking for ways to maintain sexual pleasures. They will suffer if their sexual desires are not satisfied. Therefore, many of them have more than or partner in the same period. Therefore, the level of lasting GLBT fire is very low. Because of sexual dissatisfaction, they experience depression and cause to bestow it through violence on their partners. The level of violence is 44 times greater in lesbian and 300 times greater in guys. The five is causing various disease. Guys sexually transmitted human papillovirus which can cause anal cancer. Guys sexual relations orally and multiple partners can cause oral cancer and transmit the HIV virus which often develops into AIDS. According to cancer support community research, lesbian women have lower resistance to virus, microorganisms, inflammation, and cancer cases compared to normal women. Those lesbian women who have had sexual intercourse are more easily infected and can experience inflammation of the lining of the brain meningitis to breast cancer. Ladies and gentlemen, Islamic law mention homosexuals among men with the term liwed as a word whose root is the same as the root of the word load. His actions are called liwed because these actions have been carried out by people who are disobedient to the call of the Prophet Lot as homosexuality and related to it is a heinous act and includes a major sin. Homosexuality is also one of the acts that make the element of atheist, human nature, religion, the world, and even damage mental and human health. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has condemned homosexual with great punishment. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has turned the city of the Prophet Lord upside down, which has been outrageous in homosexuality, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has showered them with burning stones as a recompense for their disgusting deeds. Ladies and gentlemen, what happens to LGBT people is caused by three factors that cause them to the sexual dependence. The first is genetic. It's not he who wins a thing. The inborn trait is already in his genes. This remains to be blamed genetic innate will be able to collapse by the strength or fight and devotion to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The trauma factor. This can happen when some get sexual violence or when they're someone of the opposite sex. Should they feel traumatized to have normal sex and find their sexual desire in a deviant? Why? The third is the threat factor. It could be that this LGBT person has family or friends who did this deviance beforehand or phone or about sex too early from pornographic video so that it cannot be absorbed into his soul, be normal or deviant sect, and who should be as a Muslim society behave. Do we still remember about the punishment received by the people of Prophet Lut alaihi salam? His people are being punished by Allah for not paying attention to his prohibition against homosexual and lesbian that happened to you. The messengers said, Lord, indeed we are messengers of your Lord. They will never be able to disrupt you. Sugu with your family and followers at the end of the night, and let no one among you left except your wife. Verily, he will be afflicted with the punishment that befell them, for verily the time of the punishment for them is at dawn, is not the one already near. So in our torment came, we met the land of the people of Lot above and below. We turned in over and we turned them with stones from burning earth. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created us in fires, male and female, not only to open sexual desire, but for a more sacred interest, namely to fulfill the sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad and get wisdom and many rewards. Because of the sacred marriage bond. So, as a way to get offspring, continue the family generation generally to maintain the continuity of human civilization. Because until whenever sexual deviations or sexual relations that occur in the same sex will never have children. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all my speak. I am sorry if there is wrong word to Allah. I ask forgiveness. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.